Ladies and gentlemen, the following podcast is set for one episode. Your host from Columbus, Ohio, is Michael Kirk. Welcome to the Outlaw Mudcast. Hello and welcome to the Outlaw Mudcast, your digital audio dirt sheet for all things Super Show. We have, at long last, reached the finals of the 2020 Create a Competitor competition. The third place round is over between Lil G and the Memes Dealer. No result was announced, so we don't know who third place is. But we're at the finals. Vicious Vic Vandal versus the Dweeb. The final video has been posted. The video recapping their feud. It's about a 4-minute long video. It's currently on the SRG Universe Facebook page, not the discussion group, the Facebook page. The round will conclude next Wednesday, which is the 21st of July as I'm recording this, on Talk of the Universe. They're going to have a 4-judge panel on Talk of the Universe that are going to look at this video package, maybe some other things, and based on that will cast their vote for this year's CCC winner. Or rather, I should say last year, the 2020 CCC winner. Here are the 4 guest judges on the panel. We have James Santiago. He's the host of Turnbuckle Tabloid. I believe this is a podcast that the SRG boss, Steve Resk, was recently a guest on. He's going to be a judge. The next judge is an LFF competitor, a former contestant in the CCC, Hollywood. The third judge, featured on the entrance card, Glitter Bombed by Felicia Rose herself. And the final guest, a man who's been part of XCW, BPW, a longtime competitor in the legendary Fighting Federation, Rob Graves. Those 4 guest judges will join Talk of the Universe starting at 8:30 next Wednesday. There's also supposed to be a community vote. Apparently that's going to be live in chat. I don't know if Pat Mulligan's going to cast a vote. I believe he will. I don't know if Steve's going to weigh in. If that is Steve Resk. I don't know if the general manager, John Clace. I don't know who else is going to weigh in, but those 4 judges, the community, and others will decide if either Vicious Vic Vandal or the Dweeb is the winner of the 2020 CCC. Based on what I've seen so far through all the rounds, especially with this recent video they're posting, it's Vicious Vic Vandal. I can't see voting for the Dweeb. I just don't think he made enough of a case for why he should be the winner of the CCC. Vicious Vic Vandal makes the case for me. He's my pick. We'll see who the people vote for, who the judges vote for on Wednesday. But in my opinion, it's Vicious Vic Vandal all the way. He has done what he needed to do to win the CCC. That's our big story. I will be posting a special show. I'm planning on doing it in a panel format, like I've done in the past for the Faction Wars draft in particular, to give you an example of what I'm planning on it being like. If you would be interested in being part of that panel, reach out to me, outlawmudcast@gmail.com, or just through Facebook Messenger. If you have any feedback you want to give me, I'm going to be asking probably in the coming days after the CCC has concluded, people's thoughts on the CCC. If you want to send those to me, I'd appreciate that as well. But that's it. CCC is over next Wednesday. At long last, over, I'd say at least half the year, possibly even 9 months. The CCC's been going on. I can't remember if it started back in November or December, but CCC concluding in about 3 days from the time I'm recording this. The next big story GrandCon. GrandCon was going to be the next big convention for SRG Universe. It was going to be Labor Day weekend. GrandCon 2020 has been canceled. SRG Universe has not made an official statement about this, but the convention has. They have canceled the convention. I believe there are issues with the venue that led to the cancellation. This means that the only two conventions for SRG Universe right now are Gen Con and Origins, both taking place in September. DragonCon, a convention SRG Universe was last at in 2019, is also Labor Day weekend. At this point, as far as I know, it is still going on. SRG Universe wasn't going to be there, but Hold the Line Harry and Jeremy Steigerwald were going to be running events. They were going to be a Super Show the Game presence at the convention. Will that change SRG Universe's plans? Will they try to go to DragonCon this year instead? I don't know. Again, nothing's been announced. All we know is GrandCon is canceled. There will be no GrandCon this year. Disappointed. I was looking forward to going to that convention. I'd made plans to go, secured a hotel room. I believe I'd bought my ticket at this point. So very disappointed, but Gen Con, the next convention, looking forward to going to that, hoping to see many of you there, and definitely going to Origins as it is in my hometown in Columbus, Ohio. Let's talk about championships next. We had one championship match recently, I'm not sure when, and I apologize if I've reported on this before, but we had recently a junior heavyweight championship defense. Mac McPeak, the champion with the Vampire Bastet, took on Hank the Tank using numero uno. The winner, new champion Hank the Tank. Congratulations to Hank the Tank. Hats off to Mac McPeak, great junior heavyweight champion, great tag team champion. I'm sure we'll see more from her in the future and more from Hank the Tank. Next bit of championship news. The Grump Danny Thunder, as of right now, going into this week, a dual champion, holding both the LFF Tag Team Championship and the LFF Tornado Tag Team Championship. As such, he has been required by the general manager to defend the Tornado Tag Team Championship every week until he loses said championship. His first defense was against former two-time Tornado Tag Team Champion Bob Dunn. In the match, Grump as champion using 5-Star Mayhem, Bob Dunn using Zen Garden. At crowd meter 1, the Grump is able to secure the pinfall and win the match. The Grump is still the LFF Tornado Tag Team Champion. Very tough match for Bob Dunn. Bob Dunn did not really draw any stops throughout the match, so defensively was not in a good position. He may get another crack at it in the future, but right now, I don't know if he has to go to the back of the line, but we're on to the next challenger. The next challenger has been announced for the Tornado Tag Team Championship. It is the headband champion, Matt Nealon, a.k.a. Matt Pineapple. That's going to happen sometime next week. I believe it happened before Talk of the Universe this week, so it could happen same time next week on the 21st. We will see. But this week coming up, Matt Nealon takes on Danny Thunder for the Tornado Tag Team Championship. The final bit of championship news that I have, Brian Schmidt, and I'm not sure how he got this, but he has been in possession of a signed Master of Ceremonies card. With this card, he can present this to the SRG BOSS Steve Resk and get a shot at a championship of the boss's choosing. He did this on Talk of the Universe, and the boss has given him a shot at the LFF Trios Championship. Brian Waitford Schmidt will challenge Chris Pagillo for the LFF Trios Championship at some point in the future. No date or time has been announced yet, but he is the next in line for a shot at the Trios belt. The last bit of news from this week is the debut of a new show from SRG Universe. 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Thursday morning, the SRG boss, along with Brian Waitford Schmidt, debuted Expanding the Universe. This is a show on the twitch.tv page for SRG Universe where they essentially debut new cards being worked on, art, text, etc., and the people get to be exposed to what is being worked on currently by SRG Universe for Super Show the Game. Quite a lot of things were displayed. One thing in particular, the Pixel Palace Punch, which is one of the promo cards for Pixel Palace Pandemonium Part 2 coming up in August. Quite a few other things as well were shown on that show. I'm not going to get into those. If you're interested in that, the show is still available on the Twitch page as of right now. They don't save those shows, so if you want to see it, check it out soon because those shows drop off after about 2 weeks or so. But they showed that. They showed a few alt arts as well on the main Talk of the Universe show. Check those out. And there was an alt art Mac Attack, an alt art Yasmin in particular. I usually don't get into the different art styles because, again, this is an audio medium, not a visual medium. But those are out there if you want to check those out. That is going to be all of the news outside of online tournaments for this week. Let's go into the online tournament results from this past week. Sunday, pop-up event. Let me give you the final results. In third place, using Loudmouth Leo Larynx, was Rick Rocket Gonzalez. The finalists were the J-Train using the J-Train and the Cannoli using the Cannoli in a tables match. In a match that went to Crowd Meter 4, the winner, the J-Train. The J-Train won Sunday night's pop-up event. Monday night, the Proving Ground. First Proving Ground of the month. There was not one last week because of the Super Show Independent Dance Brawl. So first one of the month, all Liger's Den matches. The top 4 were in fourth place, using Katie Kitty, Lucky Cat Nico. In third place, using the Mayor of Slamtown, Johnny Super Show, Stephen Owen. The finalists were Ed Ortiz using the Mad One, and Doug Saunders using the Devil's Advocate, Dan Williams. The winner, Doug Saunders with the Devil's Advocate. Congratulations to him and to J-Train. Thursday, Chibi's Thursday Night Fights. Group stage tournament to a top cut. We had, in the opening round, all the matches were New York Rules matches. The quarterfinals were all Beast Unchained matches. The semifinals were Budding Building matches. And the finals, as well as the third place match, were Ring of Fire matches. In fourth place, using the Lucha Maniacal Uberstar, Jeremy Steigerwald. In third place, using Jokerfish, Chris Pate. The finalists were Jeff McPeak, using Swaggy D, and Dustin Garman, using the magnificent Mr. Ray. The winner, Jeff McPeak with Swaggy D. Congratulations to him. Saturday, the 24-hour advanced warning tornado event. This was an all tornado tag team event. 4 pods of 4 players each. Top 2 advanced. Top 8 were steel cage matches. Semifinals were steel chain matches. The finals, as well as the third place match, was a main event match. In fourth place, using Red Wire Judgment, Tim Creaser. In third place, using Tassa and Tuosa, Paul Trejo. The finalists were Bob Dunn with Zen Garden and Candyman Dan Daniel Hughes with the Sheeples Champions. The winner, Candyman Dan with the Sheeples Champions. Congratulations to him. Also Saturday night, not announced anywhere, Miss Southern Belle hosted, I believe, at Bell Estates, a bump, flip, drink tournament where the winner received Bell's Bump, Flip, Drink Championship belt. I don't know a ton about that tournament, but I know that the winner ended up being Leo the Law. Congratulations to him for being the BFD champion. Sunday night, as I'm recording this, 8 p.m., there is a pop-up tournament scheduled. The theme for this is masked competitors. All of the competitors in the tournament must be masked on the art. I won't be able to give you the results for that tonight because the tournament will conclude after the show has been recorded and posted. I'll have to give you that next week. Now, as far as tournaments for the following week, nothing, last I checked, on supershowthegame.com has been posted. Expect Proving Ground Monday night, Dojo Tuesday night, possibly something Thursday, possibly something Saturday. Just watch to see. They usually post things a day or two in advance. Now, looking farther ahead for upcoming events, we have the following events over the next few weeks. July 31st, Saturday, starting at 2 p.m., Alternate Universes Blue Bell will have an SRG event. The week after, Friday, August 6th through Sunday, August 8th, is EternalCon. SRG Universe will be at EternalCon. There's also going to be an unofficial pre-show hosted by the Cheetah Ian Chambers. That's going to kick off at 3 p.m. Friday. That same weekend, the 7th, Saturday, starting at noon, Battle for Lake Erie. This is going to be in Erie, Pennsylvania, hosted by The Roach. The week after that, August 14th, Pixel Palace Pandemonium Part 2. Create a competitor tournament kicking off at noon. And finally, August 21st, Saturday after, Super Show August Rush at Highlander Games in Boonton, New Jersey. I believe all the details for these events are posted on the SRG Super Show discussion group on Facebook under the Events tab or Events section, however you want to call it. That's where you can find out all the details, pricing, anything you need to do to pre-register, ban lists, stipulations, all the rules, all that should be there. If not, I would say either reach out to the organizer, or if you don't know, post something in the discussion group. Somebody will come on and answer. Outside of that, Gen Con event tickets did go on sale. If you go to Gen Con's website, there are 7 SRG events listed. You can sign up for those. I don't believe events have gone on sale for Origins yet. I imagine that'll be soon because there's only a couple of weeks separating the two events. If you are going to Gen Con and you're planning on doing SRG events, it is better for SRG to have people sign up in advance because they can use that to show the organizers of Gen Con how popular their events are. And then finally for this week, there are 2 ongoing events. The SRG1 Climax, being run by the Cheetah Ian Chambers, and the General Manager's U.S. Championship Tournament. I don't know what the current standings on the SRG1 Climax are. The opening rounds are done. They should be in the next set of rounds. With the U.S. Championship Tournament, tonight as I'm recording, July 18th is the deadline for the initial group stage to be done. You should have your 4 matches played and submitted. I believe you're going to submit those to the general manager, John Calais at srguniverse.com. I'm assuming that you will not have heard this before that ended, so I hope everyone got their matches in time. And we'll have to see what the next stage is, who moves on, what happens after the group stages, what's the top cut going to be like. But that is going to be it for this week's episode of the Outlaw Mudcast. I'd like to thank all of you for listening, and good day.